The bird boys have done it. The friends of Yoyo. They have sent me a yo-yo. The Yoyo Friends Nucleon. Now, this yo-yo is sent to me for review if you couldn't tell, but that won't affect my opinion anyway. I'm always honest. So, the Nucleon is the 7th year anniversary yo-yo from Yoyo Friends. And Yoyo Friends has a long legacy of making very competitive yo-yos. The Hummingbird got labeled as the modern drop near by Brandon Vu, and the Shortcut competes with other high-value monometals like the Cybercrash. But they also have yo-yos that appeal to the less competitive crowd, like the Koi, I think, but all in all, Yoyo Friends is known for making good yo-yos. And while they're not as collector-oriented as RSO or COYW, they do have a slight cult following. When you make good yo-yos, that tends to happen. The Nucleon on first inspection may seem like the same old from Yoyo Friends, a V-shaped outer rim bimetal type beat, which that isn't an inaccurate observation. The Nucleon is pretty much the bimetal of all time. And then there's the hub. The hub is reminiscent of the bimetal Shutter or Shutter Evo. There's a little bit of center weight there, and there's also a small little response bump, and I thought it was a slightly curved profile because of that response bump. It is not. The response bump just has a slight angle leading into it. In terms of design, the Nucleon, all things considered, is a very bimetal. No, I didn't mess up that line. I'm honestly not sure what else to say about the design of the Nucleon. It's understated and pleasant to look at. If you enjoy yo-yos designed with that simplified look, Yoyo Friends delivers, and the Nucleon follows that formula. The more I look at it, the more I'm reminded of the Overdrive drop near. Like, it just kind of looks like an Overdrive drop near, but you just cut the dome out. I don't own an Overdrive drop near anymore, so here are the picture comparisons on screen. But the Nucleon is a simple design with no bells and whistles. I have nothing else to add, so we will now transition to the play segment of the video. So is the Nucleon good? Yes. Objectively, there is nothing wrong with the Nucleon. It plays great. If you're here because you already bought it and want to hear that the yo-yo you bought is good, there you go. Feel good. If you're here because you're on the fence, sit pretty, wait, and maybe I can educate your buying experience. If you're here because you want to know how it plays, I will explain. So, let's talk about the play experience of this yo-yo. My immediate instinct is to describe this yo-yo as a great autopilot yo-yo. For when you're turning your brain off and just yo-yoing. Control, presence, and stability make this yo-yo just really good for when you just want to yo-yo. It's great for that, actually. I take my yo-yos on campus with me, and though I am obsessed with high energy, fast playing kind of yo-yos, sometimes when I'm on campus, I'm tired. So the Nucleon has become the yo-yo I naturally gravitate to while on campus. It's great for turning off the brain and playing because it has a very notable presence. The Nucleon is something that you constantly feel and are aware of. The autopilot ability of the Nucleon is compounded by the stability and power. If you're looking at the description of the Nucleon on retailers' websites, it's all about power and stability. Yeah, the Nucleon is a powerhouse and stability demon. The description wasn't lying. It's one of those yo-yos that you just throw and it goes as long as you need to. I never find myself wishing it needs more spin time, and it's the old meme of handling whatever you throw at it. It's a cliche reviewing sentence, but it's true. And I'm tired of pretending like every yo-yo nowadays can handle whatever you throw at it. Some of them can't. But the Nucleon is crazy good for zontals because of that stability. Out of all the yo-yos I play with, it's one of the most effective options for performing zontals consistently. The power and stability also make this yo-yo a great option for learning tricks. When you need the spin time for sitting there wondering what Mr. Matteo is explaining, this yo-yo is a great option. Also, the stability and power make the Nucleon great for zoning type tricks. End of the comment. I have nothing else to add. So, it's a great yo-yo for almost everything. But there's one problem. Unfortunately, the biggest drawback of the Nucleon is that it has a notable rim-weighted sluggishness sensation. I do not enjoy doing speed combos on the Nucleon. The rim-weighted feeling makes it so I feel more like I'm slogging through a moderately quick-paced combo with wet string than going through a rail combo. I'm not really calling Nucleon bad at speed combos, but it doesn't feel great for speed combos. If you're picking up what I'm putting down. Speed play is kind of a dying breed right now, but all things considered, Yoyo Friends is very open about this not being designed for speed. They're open about the Nucleon not being designed with the same things in mind as other Yoyo Friends yo-yos. But the benefit of the rim-weighted sensation is that you're feeling a lot of rim weight. You're feeling the yo-yo. So basically, it has more presence because of the rim weight. In terms of pacing, the Nucleon doesn't really have a naturally quick or slow pace. It's just kind of average. I enjoy the way the Nucleon plays. It doesn't feel unwieldy because of its natural pacing. The stability makes it so I can play however I want, and the power makes it so I can really push the duration of my combos. In comparison to other bimetals, my immediate feeling is to compare it to the Overdrive Drop Mirror. But my comparisons to the Overdrive Drop Mirror are based on memory, so take everything I'm about to say with a grain of salt. The Nucleon feels like if the Overdrive Drop Mirror wasn't having an identity crisis. The Overdrive Drop Mirror sat in a really bizarre spot of being built for speed, power, and stability. And while on paper this makes an objectively great yo-yo, and it was a great yo-yo, the Overdrive Drop Mirror is honestly just, based on memory at least, too much. It can feel unwieldy from the speed, it had lots of rim weight, so it had a very forward rim-weighted sensation. It was just a lot to play with. It was a great yo-yo. It was just a lot. And felt like it was trying to be a lot of things at once. The Nucleon, in comparison, feels way more focused. Where the Overdrive Drop Mirror was trying to be something that was fast and powerful, the Nucleon reins everything in and just focuses on being powerful and stable. Personally, going off of memory, I prefer the Nucleon because it feels more deliberate and enjoyable. Compared to the yo-yos I currently own, honestly, I can compare the Nucleon to the Navigator, maybe. The Navigator is easier to compare to the Nucleon than the rest of my collection because most of what I own is just too different from the Nucleon. Like, it's not that all my yo-yos are the same. Far from that. It's just that none of my bimetals are really quite like the Nucleon. So immediately, the first comparison is the presence. The Nucleon has vastly more presence than the Navigator, likely caused by the extra, more focused rim weight. Not so much that the Navigator doesn't have rim weight, it's just that the Nucleon's weight distribution is more focused on the rims. The Navigator has these profile rings which shift the weight slightly from rim-weighted to slightly mid-weighted, and overall, the Navigator feels more approachable for speed because of this. The less rim-weighted sensation essentially makes the Navigator feel more maneuverable and makes those speed combos feel more natural. However, I feel more confident doing Zonthals on the Nucleon than I do on the Navigator. So, all in all though, Nucleon is just an exceptional yo-yo. A great generalist option with maybe two main drawbacks, being that it doesn't feel great because of its rim weight, and speed combos don't really feel great because of said rim weight. However, for the low price of about $80, with 7068 and stainless steel, the Nucleon changes the name of the bimetal value game. Yes, there are options like the KO or bimetal from Yoyo Factory, but as far as I know, neither of those is 7068. And also, the Nucleon just nukes the Overdrive Drop Mirror's place in the market. High value, very generalist yo-yo, but it may not have as much appeal to old heads because of the very prevalent rim-weighted feeling. It's like the same place in the market, but it's just kind of, it knows what it is. And honestly, I say it fits an A tier on my tier list because of that. If it wasn't for the insane value though, probably be B tier. Link in the description to that tier list, by the way. I make non-video reviews on some yo-yos there. So, Nucleon is a great option. Thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe. Adios.